Hello everyone, sorry for waiting for 2 minutes there. I was doing some stuff that I realized I needed to do before the stream started. But anyways. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in our journey through versions. We have updated from Alpha 1.0.7 to 1.0.8_01. And the addition in this version? Cows. And that's all we have added that I know of. So my plan today is probably going to be to clear out an area for our next project. Because I do have an idea of what I want to do. I just don't know if I have any space anywhere. So, let's get to work on that. I wonder if there's any chunk borders if I try to venture further that way. Probably not. But it is always interesting to wonder about. Well, as I started here, what can I do with this amount of space? Especially since there's a few hills that way that I really don't want to encroach on. Maybe this can work. Yeah, I think this will work, and then we can actually plateau over here. That does make it a bit square, but we can ignore that. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which actually means 16 here. my goodness me, spiders. Whoops. So I do have plans for this area, even though it's probably not going to be that impressive. But the hard part is figuring out how to build it. What are zombies doing? Oh, they're up there. So if this is the dimensions we're going for... Okay, yep, this is going to be a pretty daunting project, the more I look at it. But when is a project not daunting? We might not even have enough time to, update. Well, I can't would. We might not even have enough time to get what we want done. And we might have to put it into like a two-parter. Because this project is by all means intended to be like a multi-part project. Even if it isn't that large of scale. That's kind of just the nature of it. Yep, this is starting to look pretty decent. I think I've done a pretty good job at avoiding most of the terraforming issues by working with the terrain here. Though it has reduced the scale significantly because I don't want to modify the terrain. I suppose it is a bit double-edged in that regard. We can work with this. These cows have really loud footstep sounds, I've noticed. Don't like it. But I suppose they do drop leather. Oh, I know what I'm gonna have to do when building. I'm gonna have to, like, get reference photos. Because this is the project that kind of needs reference photos. You know, I think I'm also going to have to build a tree farm at some point. Because I may have did it with the original base, but in the original base... Well, I can't really go back there to use the tree farm every now and then because that's a long travel time. A really long travel time, actually. Oh well. I feel like with this area in particular, it's not that the builds are going to become dated, it's that one of the builds, say like a small roller coaster, is going to be broken by the later updates. Because I'm going to need to use minecart boosters, and those I don't believe they work in later updates at all. So it's definitely going to suck a bit when that hits. Because I'll need to revisit this area and sort of remodel the place, actually. But if I go back to remodel it, it wouldn't be just to make it work. It'd unfortunately be going against the idea of, like, preserving what I've already built. I'd just probably completely restructure the roller coaster. Oh well, that's kind of how things are. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end up... I am definitely going to end up building a tree farm because this is taking up a lot of wood. Like, this is my remaining wood supply being drained here. And I could chop down a bunch of trees nearby, but... it's probably better just to have a dedicated tree farm. Preferably hidden out of sight. So say, in that clearing over there, because that is literally the perfect spot for a tree farm, due to how the main base is over there, and it probably will be built that direction sometimes. And this is in a valley. You won't be seeing it too often. Now, for a little sort of amusement area, this is really, really small. Like, I will stand by that. This is arguably one of the smallest areas I could build for what I plan on. But it'll look fine. We can always, as well, just expand. And I've run out of wood. I'm going to need to get more. Because we're not even anywhere close to filling this in. Oh no, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can build 7 blocks up above. And that will be good enough for... Yeah, that'll be good enough. Anyways, let's go quickly work on building a sort of tree farm here. Which platform will just be dirt. No reason for it not to be dirt. Let's say this whole valley. Cutting off here is just pure dirt. This is going to be a long and tedious building process. But I mean, I'm not actually complaining here, to be honest. Well, we could theoretically build out further. Oh well. I'm also going to need to mine for some more coal, as I will need a lot of torches just to light up this place. Oh, what the? I didn't know you could do that. Oh, that actually startled me. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much if you're able to see the tree farm from that side of the Colosseum. What does matter is me getting inside because it is late. And also, I need to get a lot more dirt. And torches. I need to do a lot, actually. You know what? I am not ending the stream until I get that tree farm set up. Or die. So I won't die, not that easily. That is actually a genuine concern now. Get out of here, cows. I need to place some dirt to cover this area up. Alright, let's go get some coal. Bye, skeleton. This stream in itself is probably not the best, but oh well, it's something. Let's see, is there any coal down here? There is. There's also an unexplored area of the cave that has skeletons in it. So it's probably not a good idea to go down there. No matter how much I want to. Just not smart. It's just not smart. I cannot catch a break, can I? Like, wow, there's a lot of mobs down here. Must mean I've lit the place well, at least. Even if that entails this, it is a sign that I've done well. And not well at the same time. That should be enough for my torches. It's time to use our dirt reserves. And also to clear our inventory a little, because this is full of pointless trash. Why do we need a saddle? We don't need that. Why is it there? I am also going to pull up my auto clicker because I don't want to actually have to place all those blocks. Trust me, you would not want to either. Okay, it's working. That was just me testing the placement speed. Oh, I've gotten lost. Oh well, more coal. Let's say we can mine this for furnaces. Alright. It's probably not daytime, but it is still going to be safe to head up. Do I know that for certain? No. Why is there a stone block here? Oh wait, it's actually turning daytime. I guess it is safe. That skeleton is still there. I just realized there's barely any flowers that have spawned around here. Probably as a direct result of us just not terraforming. Or more so that we've done enough terraforming to just remove a lot of flowers accidentally. Or they just don't spawn that often. Alright, let's grab some dirt from our dirt chest here. Just some. Not a ton. The only reason why it's not a ton is because we can't really fit a ton in our inventory. It sort of has limitations. Alright. Now that we've got plenty of dirt for building, let's run on over to our base. This is our base. I mean, let's run on over to our site of the tree farm. It is just along this shoreline here. And here is the start of it. So for starters, I am going to place everything I can on just I think I'm going to have to place all these blocks manually. Oh well. Like there's no safeguard for placing it in your head, so this is the way we're building. It will cost it. Oh, because I'm in water, isn't it? I'm gonna do something a bit cheaty, but that is solely to protect myself from my own stupidity. Swimming is a different state, so they didn't have a safeguard so you can do that. That's a nice bug, actually. I kinda dig it. What if I did this? That's probably safer. It's a bit more boring, but it is safer. It's actually also slower. A building like that isn't... Ooh, we could build in reverse. several nights later, we're still gonna be building this. I love big side projects to avoid doing the main project. But this will actually be useful long term. The hard part would be if there's a big tree, for example. At which point that will complicate things. No progress has been made, and we're already draining through our dirt supply like really fast. That's how you know it's a good project. And you're gonna need to do multiple trips back to the chests. Boop, boop. Ado. Ado. To-do. Kind of crazy to think how, like, I'm thinking about something, and it's crazy to think that Hermitcraft Season 10 has a very real likelihood of being someone's first Hermitcraft season to watch. And yet, it's very much more relaxed compared to Hermitcraft 9, where Hermitcraft 9 had the likes of Decked Out 2, for example. And that in itself is a feat of engineering. So I don't know. And I wonder what people who watched Hermitcraft 10 will think of the earlier seasons. Will they enjoy the earlier seasons? Or will they potentially get bored? I hope they don't get bored. That would suck. Ooh, we are running low on dirt. And whilst we have put a dent into this, it's not as significant as I thought it would be. Which is good, honestly. We need to use all this dirt. There's way too much. Like, what, 3 double chests? 3 whole double chests of dirt in this version. I love terraforming projects. Even though I'm not a terraformer, I'm just flattening some land. It really just has its own sort of energy to it. And I mean, you can never do without dirt. Ooh, my frame rate's taking a dip. Look at that. I must be nearing my base. For some reason my frame rate likes to dip whenever I'm facing the direction of my base. Don't know why, I have a decently powerful computer. Well, it's more mid-range by today's standards. But back when I got it, it was decently powerful. If only because that was 4 years ago. For the first batch, I think this is actually pretty significant that we've gotten at least this whole side done here. Let's just place some random blocks so that way we can have nothing on our way back. Let's head back to the base. I'm gonna go around this way because honestly, I'd rather go around this way. I'm more likely to avoid mobs. Now, guaranteed I'm going to have a flint and steel for the tree farms. Like, when I harvest the tree farm, it's probably going to be a bit tedious if I don't find out a way to tap off the tall trees. As I do know I could do 7 blocks tall, but that would be really hard to do. Specifically because of how you can't crouch. Definitely later down the line, I will be adding the sort of the blocks above to stop the trees. But with where I'm at right now, I can't really do that. Alright, now that we got more dirt, let's make our way back. This is just going to be the process. I think if I explore out further, I could find some new stuff, but right now I'm happy with what I've got. Besides, I think like the only new thing that could potentially be out there right now is cacti. And whilst it is a nice splash of green, I don't really want it. I'm only doing this because I can't see under the water. I can't make it out. I can't make it out at all. You see, I thought that was one block deep. Nighttime's messing with my senses. Nighttime is like completely messed with my senses. Once we finish building this valley, I don't know what to do from there. I'll probably set up the rest of the tree farm off camera, because this valley in itself is the hard part. When is it going to turn day? When is it going to turn day? Come on, man, I was building there. I was building there. Oh well. I only took half a heart of damage from that. Normally that would have killed me. How strange. Alright, time to start, I guess, working out the edges by building in this manner. Not the fastest way, but it definitely is a way. Especially if you're fast with it. I don't think I'm that fast with it, but I think it's good enough for my standards. Until I mess up, in which case you can see sort of the muscle memory. You know, normally these kind of projects I leave out of the videos, but they tend to take up a lot of time, and if I don't really have much time or need to complete them to do something else, then they probably are going to make it into videos. Besides, it's still part of the process, so really it's not that bad to keep in a video, at least some of this. I did that a lot in InfDev, and unfortunately that did hinder the quality of InfDev a lot, in my eyes, like in terms of the videos. Because a lot of the time, it feels like you're really going nowhere. Like, you notice with the InfDev videos, if you go back and watch them, a lot of times I'm finishing a project and then starting a project in a video. Or midway through working on a project. There is no one video in InfDev where I start a project and then finish it same video. Whereas in Alpha, for example, most of the time I start a project and I finish something about it. And then I finish it, like, either the next video or same video. The Lighthouse, for example, that was a one video project. But then say the Waterfront, that was multiple videos where I finished smaller facets of it. Really has its own sort of pacing compared to InfDev. InfDev's is a bit more sprawling, always having a sense of we're on the move. Whereas with Alpha, you know, you can go back and watch a single video and most of the time you won't need too much context to understand what's going on. It's just like that. One's meant to be watched in order, and the other one you can try to pick up from wherever. Maybe that was a necessary change as things got more complicated. Well, not complicated, but longer, as things got longer. we're almost at, like, what, episode 20 now? Episode 20's next episode, and honestly, didn't think I'd make it this far. I thought I'd give up around, like, maybe episode 12. But here we are, still building. Kind of solidified that I've just committed to this series. This series is just kind of the thing I'm doing. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a fate. Not even a punishment. I just like playing alpha. Let's say, like, if this is like modern Minecraft with no gimmicks, I'd probably have a hard time. Especially because all the blocks, it overwhelms me. Like, I see the appeal. I really wish I had some of those blocks in this version. But the simplicity of this version makes it easier to just pick up and build. Sure, it might not look that good, but look at the version we're in. Look at the block palette. It's never going to be that great. Especially with how long it takes to do anything. Like, for example, this Colosseum. If I built it in modern Minecraft, I probably would have used stone bricks, sandstone, like all the way through. It would be arguably not as interesting to look at because it wouldn't have like these gray layers here. Same with that chest. I probably wouldn't have built a chest over there. Probably would have just made it look more rustic. But because I don't have the blocks to make it look rustic, I decided just to make it a big chest. So maybe it's a mixture of both. How simple it is to build and just working around the limitations. Whereas in the modern version, since there's admittedly still limitations, but not nearly as much, you start to have a pressure to build better. To meticulously plan out everything in it. And I'm just not for that style. That ramble is not the most coherent, but, you know, it's a ramble. Point is, if this was modern Minecraft, I would have been overwhelmed by the choices. And the amount of choices would also have lowered my, I guess, creativity with how I approach stuff. I wouldn't have made a custom fence because fences already exist. I wouldn't have made the Colosseum the way I did because I would have had sandstone. I wouldn't have made the chest because I could have made it more rustic. That's what this update is teaching me. Creativity. And the ability to just work with what I've been given. I kind of like the idea of keeping the sand bits here. Because they add a bit of like... They spruce up what would otherwise be something completely like flat and barren. It may reduce the efficiency of the tree farm, but who cares? The tree farm's manual anyways, so not even that efficient. Can I not place the block like that? Lagu. Look at all the mobs over there. Wow. I think right now it's probably safe for me to go back and get some more blocks whilst waiting for it to turn to... Never mind. What is my frame rate, bro? I just better off to build like this because my frame rate's kind of not good anyways. Must be all the mobs. Has to be all the mobs. What was that? Hey, wait, it's actually starting to look manageable. Obviously, we're going to need to do like another trip or two, but it's starting to look like a manageable size. Also, I have decided that it is better off me to build in peaceful when it comes to projects like this. You might not like it, but trust me, it's necessary. What? What? I was in the zone build. Huh? That was my ears. That hurt. Oh well. I am going to quickly build here just to make sure that it starts to get more uniform. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh! We do have chunk borders. Look at that! Oh, wow. That's actually quite the sight. Am I going over there? No. I am placing like every single block here manually. And it is absolutely crazy that my fingers are not hurting. I gotta get one more batch of dirt. Sorry for the lack of talking for the most part. I've kind of just run out of things to say. I think I can add like a sort of a stone wall to the edges there. Oh, I just noticed. In peaceful mode, pigs don't spawn. At least not that I can see. They might spawn, but they might just be being overridden by cows. I have used up a whole double chest of dirt. I don't even know how. Well, I do know how, I just don't know how it took that fast. Oh well. Yeah, we still got a decent ways to go. But I think we can do it. The end is in sight for this project. Whee. Yeah, we're going to need to go back for another trip at the rate we're going. Oh well. That's just how things are. At least we're getting somewhere. Pretty fast at that. Like what? It's only been like what? An hour and a half? Only an hour and 19. Trying to be quick with this process, but the process is slow. Oh no, pigs still do spawn peaceful. That's good to see. Yeah, one more trip will do it. Do, 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 do. Let's see, I'll probably need like 6 more stacks. Maybe 5. I'm gonna have to say 5. No, I'm gonna have to say 6. That went by way faster than I thought. Alright, one last trip we need to make. This is the longest I've spent just straight building, like, a platform. That's technically half of what makes a tree farm for me in this version, is building the platform so that way you can not have to like jump up and down blocks. But wow, does it take a lot of time. Especially since like the tree farm itself, you know, it's probably gonna take like what? 30 minutes max? Hey, it's turning daytime again. We'll be able to see a finished. We'll be able to see the finished field at daytime. Can I not double place like that? Oh my goodness, I just did it 3 times in a row. Oh, I almost fell. I do not want to get caught underneath dirt. That would be pretty terrible. Turns out I might have only needed 4. Didn't even need to bring 8. What the heck? Well, that means that makes this platform for the tree farm, the 2B tree farm, finished. Look at that, that whole valley used to be water. And now it's just gonna be full of trees. Anyways, I'll be seeing you all later.